The inaugural edition of the 2017 college football playoff rankings were released Tuesday night, and if you hear some murmuring emanating from Madison and Miami, it's probably a symptom of playoff ranking rage. At 8-0, Wisconsin checked in at the number 9 spot, while 7-0 Miami squeaked into the top 10 one spot behind the Badgers. It's a blatant lack of respect, according to some, and CFP Selection Committee Chairman Kirby Hockett inadvertently emphasized that in his comments on the ESPN broadcast. Very passionate discussion in these four walls behind me with the selection committee, he said. Really, the discussion from teams 3 to 7 was as passionate as any discussion that I can remember the selection committee ever having. Wait, what? Spots 3 to 7, 5 1-loss teams, are hotly debated, but undefeated Power 5 teams outside of that window, Wisconsin and Miami, were not included in that mix. That says the two teams have an uphill battle in order to make the 4-team postseason, even if they win out. For the Badgers, it's about a total absence of a relevant resume. Not only does Wisconsin lack a top 25 win, it doesn't have a win over a single team receiving any votes in either the CFP rankings, AP Top 25 or Coaches Poll. The committee obviously respects their undefeated record right now, and they are executing their system at an extremely high level, Hockett said. Strength of schedule is just not there. Their best win in the eyes of the selection committee is over a 5-3 Northwestern team, so the selection committee looks forward to watching Wisconsin. That can change, though. While Wisconsin's remaining schedule isn't much to write home about save for Michigan, depending on how you feel about the Wolverines, a Big Ten West title will earn them a chance to take on the East champion, which, as of now, would be number 6 Ohio State and could be number 7 Penn State. Essentially, Wisconsin would be this year's version of 2015 Iowa. Those Hawkeyes didn't reach the top 4 until rivalry weekend, waltzed into the Big Ten championship game ranked 4th, undefeated, behind one-loss teams Alabama and Oklahoma, and lost a heartbreaker to Michigan State. They didn't get any respect playing in a down Big Ten West, and Wisconsin isn't now. This despite the Badgers having a stud freshman running back in Jonathan Taylor who leads the Big Ten with 1,185 yards, a quarterback in Alex Hornibrook who in passing yards per attempt, 9.3, and a strong defense. Miami is in a similar situation when it comes to strength of schedule with the added problem of how it won 2 games being a primary focus of the committee. Miami, same thing, Hockett said. Undefeated, very athletic teams. The selection committee spent time talking about how 2 of their wins came on the last play against Florida State and Georgia Tech. Only 2 of their teams are against teams with winning records. So, impressed with their undefeated record, but still want to see Miami a few more times. The Hurricanes have a path that is loaded with roadblocks, an opportunity. They get number 13 Virginia Tech and number 3 Notre Dame at home in consecutive weeks and could get either number 4 Clemson or number 20 North Carolina State in the ACC championship game. If they run that gauntlet, it doesn't matter what it looks like for the Cardiac Canes. They'd be in, and probably very high. However, that is a lot to ask. It's just the first week of the college football playoff rankings, and 2 Power 5 teams are already crying foul. But these things have a tendency to work themselves out. At least, that's what people in Madison, Wisconsin, and Coral Gables, Florida, are hoping.